to show off to you. Okay, Google, volume at 8%. This is, if you follow the channel, you've seen a build very similar to this before. This is a gift from that family over to Kevin, who had originally ran the fundraiser for them, so we'll give back to him. So this is the one of the CHD dials, and that we did for Jillian's journey. Very similar to the one before. We just did another dial and then hand painted it in red and blue, and then went around, did the pips in red, and then did pips on it, and a silver handset. So that paint is an enamel paint. We've got a brushed case, brushed bezel around there, so everything. I was going to do something with color out here, but I thought, the whole point of it's to kind of have the dial pop. So just went back with just a solid silver. So it's just brushed, and if you ever nick it, just use a Scotch-Brite and go in the same direction and brush it in. Low profile exhibition case back, black rotor. I did a red movement holder because I thought that went with it nicely, and I don't know if I'll be able to do this or if it will work through this one. You can see the red all the way around the corners there if you put the light through the back side of it. So there are some people who will put a light up against these at nighttime because there's a little bit of a gap that goes around that dial from the movement. So if you've got a colored insert in there, movement holder, then you'll actually see it. So went with the red one that's in there. And then we had one of the Jillian's Journey leather strap left. One of these that we've made for somebody, his wrist was way bigger, so we still had this laying back. So this was an original strap that was made, and then we got to use it on this build. So that's the build as a whole. As always reference that the bezel will turn, but it does not click. So you can turn this left and right, it does not click. And for this one, it wouldn't really matter since there's no accents or anything on it. It's automatic mechanical, so you can wind it, you can wear it, you can put it in a watch winder, but if it's dead or it's not going to be very active, or you're not going to be very active, just make sure you wind it just a little bit before you put it on so that you don't lose time through the day. And how you do that is you back the crown off the threads so you hear it and feel it clicking. At that point, you can wind. And a wind is a turn away from you. Turning it backwards doesn't do anything, but it's a lot easier to just go back and forth while you're winding. If you do this for 4 or 5 seconds before you put it on, you will keep time throughout the day, mixed with your movement to the rotor. If you do it for something closer to 25 seconds, like what I normally do, you're going to max out your 31 plus hour power reserve. You cannot overwind it. You can wind it like this all day if you like. When you pull it to the one and only click, you can now set your time. You'll notice you've got a wobble crown. It will deflect lateral pressure from going into the stem, into the movement. You also notice you do not have a hacking movement, so it's just going to keep going. Okay, Google, what time is it?
It's 1:22 p.m.
It is 1:22 p.m. Just push it back over. Takes it out of that time setting, and you thread it back down. And that is your build, sir. We appreciate you a ton. It's going to Kevin. So appreciate your time, man, and everything you've done for me personally, and everything you've done for Jillian's Journey. So thank you so much, sir. We'll come with your matching beads. We'll come just in one of my little special edition boxes. And then, as with every build, you're going to get some watch cleaner. This is good on all glass and metal parts, non-streaking, non-toxic, non-residue. You also get some leather conditioner for that strap to make sure you keep it perfectly soft over time. Just apply a little bit, let it soak in, remove any excess. You only need a tiny bit. And then lastly, some fine scratch remover. This is Novus 2 from Amazon, just repackaged. This is in case you ever scratch this acrylic glass. If you do, put a tiny bit on it, buff against it, fill in that scratch, and about 20 seconds later of generating some heat with your thumb using your included microfiber over that scratch, and you will knock that scratch out. So once again, man, we appreciate you a ton. Thank you for everything. And if you want me to build you something custom and unique, reach out. I'll see what I can do. And if you want to continue to see videos like this, like and subscribe, as I put them up all the time. Thanks, guys.